We're here today because we have an opportunity to discuss IMDS with both the suppliers and the OEMs. It's to get both groups together. A lot of the suppliers, they have a vested interest in making sure they have good quality data to their customer. But of course the customer, they also want to receive good data because they're the ones that need to comply with global regulations. They have a vested interest in getting that good information.
It was an awesome event, and I think one of the biggest things that excited me about the event was the fact that we were getting the OEMs together with different tiers within the supply base. It wasn't necessarily just the OEMs and their direct suppliers.
Takeaways from today would be open communication, being able to reach out to us if they have a question or concern, being able to network with each other. This is an industry problem, and not knowing IMDS and not being comfortable with IMDS.
We can gather together and having the channel to communicate with each other, understand better. That actually not only helping our supplier, also helping us.
It's important that we have open lines of communication and that they know who to contact if they have questions, and that they don't just submit data sheets that they're unsure about, that they have an opportunity and a place to go to ask questions, and that having names and faces in front of them and somebody that they can reach out to, I think, is a big benefit.
One of the great things about this workshop has been having the OEMs expressing in their own words their concerns. It's been really useful to hear the differences between different OEMs. It really helps the supply chain to understand why a data sheet might be accepted by one OEM or one customer and rejected by another, because they all really have different concerns or topics that they're looking for.
We have to have a better training. That's another thing that this conference helps us, because we want suppliers to understand better, not only from the data entry perspective and also from the requirement, and every OEM has their own different requirement. We try to unify, but again, you have to face the same problem that every OEM having different things.
So the issues that I would love to focus on with the supply chain would be process. How do we know that IMDS data is correct? It's all starting with the process. The suppliers need to work on building it in and not bolting it on. Being able to do that from the design stage all the way to implement into IMDS is critical.
The main IMDS issue that keeps me up at night is late submittals. We run into suppliers that will wait to the very last minute to submit the IMDS data, and then be very urgent for them to have that turned around, and that really causes problems on our end, and that we have to reshuffle how we're reviewing the data in order to accommodate those last minute requests.
We've been able to explain to everybody that this is not an OEM specific requirement or something that a customer is asking for. These are true legal obligations. This is information that we have to have in order to sell our products. If we can't sell our products, then our suppliers can't sell their products to us. We have to be able to generate the revenue in order to be able to pay them. So helping them understand how this is part of a continuum of supply and purchase and sales helps them to understand the legal obligations and understand the why that goes with the how. You know, we're not just doing this because it's something that we think is useful. It's something that fulfills our obligations, and being able to tie that business need back to the requirements of the system makes it a little bit more palatable when you have to put in all that time and effort.